got a full agenda today, so I thought we would start on time, which I already missed. So we're going to hear about strategic planning today, SE Foundation, Advanced Manufacturing Consortium, career services. We're going to talk a little bit about the annual report and upcoming dates. And first up is Lori Storer.
Hi, I am going to tell you about how you can access the strategic plan and input your comments or concerns on a Google document. If you recall, part of the campus survey, climate survey that was done earlier, very early this year, indicated that we needed transparency and a place that employees could provide input, and this is it. So, first thing is you all have access to this, and you can access it through your employee email. You're going to go up there and click on the little squares. Then you're going to go down to Sheets, start typing in strategic planning, and the action and updates and ideas is the page that you want. Now this will bring you to this. This spreadsheet actually has a number of different tabs. The first one will give you the complete strategic plan. There's 3 goals. All of them have sub-goals and tactics of those sub-goals. So you can read all that, along with, these are the dates that these are to be completed, okay? So, if there's a concern that you feel hasn't been addressed in a timely manner, you might just want to check and see what the date is, because it's probably something that will be addressed but may not be on the early schedule. So anyway, after the front page, you're going to click on whichever goal you would like to provide input on, and it will bring you to this sheet. This one is for goal number 1. You're going to put your name, the date, the area that you're addressing. You can see here, this would be goal number 1, sub-goal D, tactic 3. And then your comments, okay? Goal number 1, Dan Burklo's ahead on that, so Dan will come and look at this and bring it up at the next strategic planning meeting, comment back to you as to what the results were. So this is your platform that you asked for. So I'm excited that we have this tool that we can all use. Goal number 3 is mine. I'm the head on that. So if you want to comment on goal number 3, I'm the one that will comment back to you. And then the last page is strictly just make sure you exit out of it when you're done. It's a Google Doc, so it's going to automatically save, so you don't have to save anything. Any questions? Okay, I look forward to your input.
Colin, there he is.
How's it going? All right, wanted to talk real quick about the faculty and staff campaign. A couple weeks ago, if you weren't at our kickoff event, it was very, very fun. We had a really good time, and Dawn was kind enough to prepare a video that she collected people saying why they give to the foundation, why it's important that we give to the foundation. If you did not get a sticker on your button on your way in, you can go see Julie or Zach for that. And if you haven't signed up or haven't given, there's forms up here. Leave there. Oh, and it's cool because Robin's like, make sure you wear your superhero stuff today. And then she goes, wait, you wear it every day. Just dress normally. So we're doing really well. All right, so is it already up? I love the expert. State Foundation because it goes for our students, and really what we do here is all about our students. So if I can support somebody, an individual or several individuals by my donation, then I'm a happy man.
I give to support Northwest State and their students.
I give to the foundation to help students.
I support the Northwest State Foundation because we have a lot of worthy students and I think it makes a difference.
I support donating to the Changing Life Scholarship because I'd like to help students change their lives.
It's exciting to support the foundation because one of the great things it does for our students.
I do that with the donation from the kids. I support the foundation because I know that in the future, students someday contribute to this area in Northwest Ohio.
Focus on here, students themselves, so it's such a great opportunity to scholarships.
I support the Northwest State Foundation because it supports our community by creating an educated workforce that can meet the needs for now and the future.
As a graduate of Northwest State, I understand the importance of a community college education, and that is why I support the campaign for scholarships for students.
I support the Northwest State Foundation because all they do for the college and the students.
I support the foundation because I value the students at this campus and their many struggles and how hard they work, and I just really want to give them a little support. I support the foundation because I wouldn't be a teacher if I didn't believe students need to succeed.
Why do you support the Northwest State Foundation?
Because I believe in what we do here at Northwest State and I believe in our students.
I believe in giving people giving up.
I support the foundation because I support the students, and the students are why we are here. So I would think it's fitting that we support them.
I support the foundation because it makes a direct impact on our students and it makes a direct impact on Northwest Ohio. That's why I give.
I support the foundation because it's all about giving back to the students.
I give because I believe in the students.
I donate to the foundation because we want students to have the advantage that I have.
Golden Globe Foundation.
I support the Northwest State Foundation because we're dream makers. The thing I absolutely love about this movie, or this video, is if you saw the message, it is all about our students. That's why we give. That's why we do what we do. So if you can give, we'd love to have you aboard. So thanks for your time.
Jim or Antor?
He won't do it on his own. He has something.
Good afternoon, associates. My name is Jim Davis, Director of Workforce Development. With me today is Tori Wolf, way down yonder over there. Over on that screen, and you'll hear us better. We're talking about the Advanced Manufacturing Consortium. It's a placeholder for all things manufacturing in Northwest State, but I have to take a step back a little bit and talk about the Ohio Lean Consortium. We started this in 2011, and when I was making calls on clients, they had a lot of questions about Lean, Six Sigma, training for Yellow Belt, Green Belt, process improvements. So we have a number of clients we got together, and then we started talking about doing events, best practices, tours, training type of summaries, field trips, such things as that. They became kind of a good group, our form of an advisory group, I'll say. And I know every academic division has advisory groups here. But we were bringing these people in for the Lean Consortium, and that was a very, I won't call it a narrow topic. That led us to the Advanced Manufacturing Consortium, and that's all things manufacturing, a much wider draw of people. And so this was established in 2015 as part of Northwest State, our partnership, but also the Manufacturing Extension Partnership, which is a relatively new position for Northwest State. That's the position that Tori fills, and it brings consulting services to our community college. I'm not just training anymore. We have a great variety of services that fall outside of workforce training development. So our three core principles: we want to share and collaborate with our local partners in the manufacturing system, learn how we can have your company tap into our resources to improve the bottom line and help them succeed. And what we want to do is increase the client efficiency and grow their business. If we grow our client's business, they hire more people, they pay more taxes, they stay in the area, and provide a better environment for all of us here.
So we have a mission, a vision, and our values. So our mission statement is to assist our manufacturers in creating and retaining jobs, increasing their profits, saving them time and money. Our vision is to make the AMC their primary support resource. We want them to come to us in different areas such as sustainability, workforce development, continual improvement. And we want to make sure we do this through our values of collaboration, innovation, education, inventiveness, and entrepreneurship.
The type of members we're looking for are certainly manufacturers, but we're looking for their suppliers, educational institutions, that's K through 12s, our vocational neighbor next door, Dan Word, higher education, specifically economic development, regional growth partnership, state and local agencies. We're always trying to develop a public-private partnership to help our clients.
So this is a snapshot of some of our members, and as Jim said, it's not just for manufacturing, it's for anyone who is a key stakeholder in manufacturing. So we have economic development on here, so you have Fulton County Economic Development, Defiance Chamber, Williams County Economic Development. We also have healthcare, Fulton County Health Center, Henry County Hospital, because they came on through the Ohio Lean Consortium. And then our manufacturers, Tenneco, Spangler, Campbell's, all the big players we have around here. We have a lot of small ones too, because that's where the MEP really focuses, on those small manufacturers who don't have resources like the big GMs and Chryslers. So we want to be able to provide them resources that they can't, or they don't have access to because they don't have the funds to do the different things. So when we started down the path of creating the AMC, Jim and I spent a lot of time thinking who would be on our steering committee. We literally went county by county, company by company, who did we know there, HR, ownership, plant manager, safety, engineering, and we really just started making a list of who we wanted to talk to. So as we went out, we did talk to some people and we were like, no, that just doesn't seem like that doesn't fit. But this is actually where we ended up with. So we wanted to make sure we had each county represented. We wanted to make sure that we had different positions within the companies represented. So we have ownership, such as Kevin Fabry at Napoleon Machine. We have HR, Jill Jacoby at Aero Trueline. Matt Morris at North Star is safety. Kathy Swarton at Campbell Soup is quality. Todd Hendricks is president of Pioneer Industrial Systems. Steve Raymond's ownership of Raymond's Tool and Gauge. So we really made sure that we were covering our counties, we were covering different positions, and one of our key components when we talked to these people was that they had to be passionate about what our mission was. They had to be passionate about making a difference in manufacturing, bringing manufacturing together, giving us one voice, one forum, and each one of these individuals really came forward in that. And we also have Tim Armitage, which is an instructor across at Gore County. Our main principle on how we decide what the AMC focuses on is to ask, listen, and act. So we always ask our members what it is that's important to them, what do we need to be focusing on. We listen to that, we take that to our steering committee, and then we act. So we don't do anything without listening to our members first.
The biggest voice we hear when we go out on a training call is nobody ever says, I need a 16-hour job for this apprentice. You go on a training call and the customer is not sure what they need until you talk about all that we have to offer. So a lot of times we go out and we're really tied tightly to engineering here. There's this workforce shortage. I've talked with Dan Burklow quite a bit about engineering needs for his students and our clients, because we need industrial skilled maintenance people and we need engineers. That always leads us to Fort County. Everybody asks me, what's Fort County doing? So we're tied relatively tightly with them too, and they have a solution for our clients at a lower level. A strong Fort County is helpful to us too. After a couple of meetings, there's no doubt workforce shortage is the #1 issue that we've been tasked to work on. We have a great variety of topics we work on, but the workforce shortage is so bad. We have clients possibly locating equipment, machinery at different lines. We're really concerned about a TRW, which is a corporate account, locating an expansion maybe in Kentucky or Tennessee, because they have a workforce there, it's certainly a lower labor rate than up here. So that's our big issue we have to watch out for. It's always industrial skilled workforce and engineering, but now it's kind of gone into the labor or the operator positions too. There's just not enough operators to run the equipment. So those are the three key products we have. The insurance industry is having a shortfall of students too, and that's been identified. They're losing X amount of people in their industry. They're not drawing the next generation into the insurance industry. So as far as workforce development goes, we're not too picky about a workforce problem, whether it's manufacturing or another type of topic.
So here's a list of things. Jim was telling you that we aren't just workforce development anymore. We do more consulting than we used to. So this is where the MEP and the resource network that comes with the MEP is. So MEP is Manufacturing Extension Partnership. And like I said, we work with small to mid-sized manufacturing to bring them resources that they wouldn't normally have available to them. So some of the things that we've been able to help connect manufacturing with is we've done a couple no-charge plant energy audits. Through the University of Dayton, they have their graduate students come through a grant through the Department of Energy. They come on site to some of our manufacturers. They have to meet a couple different criteria items, and they actually do energy audits. They save at least 10%. They haven't saved less than 10% in energy costs. Plus, they've reduced their carbon footprint for these companies as well. So those are two key factors. They've been noted for their professionalism and their findings both. They come through with a report within 6 weeks. So we had 2 very successful audits here, and we're working on a couple more. And like I said, those are absolutely no charge to our manufacturers. They took 1 day of their time. We've helped enter qualified manufacturers into the Airbus supply chain network for Ohio. So as Airbus puts RFPs out there for new products or new jobs, we have manufacturing now here in Northwest Ohio that's in that supply network. So they can quote those jobs. And to do that, to become more probable to get those jobs, to be AS9100 trained and certified, which is the aerospace quality industry specific, that's not the right word, we help get them trained and certified in that qualification as well. We can connect manufacturers to Ohio statewide resource network for any challenge that they're facing. And that could be in those categories of supply chain, workforce development, continual improvement, technology acceleration. And so when I say statewide resource network, we can work with national labs, we can work with other MEP centers such as Vaseline, which is at the University of Dayton, TechSolve is at Cincinnati, Magnet is in Cleveland, Ohio Polymers is in the middle of the state. So we have just a vast array of experts and engineers and just different resources available to us. We hold seminars, workshops, and trainings for our members. Some of those are chargeable, some of those are not. And I'm sorry, I skipped export education and success through growth in exports. So University of Toledo has a program called Export Success. The MEP covered half the cost. APT Manufacturing Solutions is in that program, and they're going to graduate through it next month. And that's helping them grow their business through exporting. They're learning things about Incoterms, how to better get their money from these international companies if they have any legality issues. It also teaches them things like what countries do you want to do business with? Which countries are best to do business with the product you're exporting? So that helps them. And we have another customer who's geared up to start that program in the spring when it starts back over. When we send out information, we have over 700 manufacturing contacts that we send that out to. We then have our custom on-site training solutions with CTS. And then we're making business-to-business connections through the AMC. So we had particularly Napoleon Machine and APT Manufacturing Solutions. When we had them together at an event, they were able to network and found that they had opportunities to work together. So that was a local connection made that they could locally work together and have mutual benefit from one another. And then I'll let Jim tell you the story because he likes to tell you, but we also had an instance where we could have foreign language translation. He likes that story. But my tagline that I like to tell my manufacturers is please don't spend 5 hours researching something that you have a challenge. Don't spend 5 hours trying to find a solution. Just spend 5 minutes, call me. Let me spend the time. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm supposed to do. I probably have a resource somewhere already that's already in a database that I can find you a lot less time than it's going to take 5 hours. So don't do that. Just make your call to me.
We constantly try to move up on the call list too. The biggest threat we have is when the clients call and say, boy, we don't know Northwest State did that. That's one of our big lines. And the other ones, I'm trying to call a lot of people before you, and we want to constantly move up on that phone list to be the first phone call to support. The foreign language translation, we were calling on Monday from a client in Montpelier, and they had Japanese customers coming in. They need translation support. And here we are in Northwest Ohio. Where do we find that? But I think our customer knowledge is one thing that we're really built on here. We We know that Camco has 12 to 15 Japanese employees that work there in West Unity. So a half hour away, we had a dozen people capable of Japanese translation. So that's a big win for us there. The Airbus supply chain is really big. Ohio is the 3rd largest state in the aerospace supplier, and all of our, we have a number of accounts already supplying aerospace clients, but not connected to Airbus. So those are the things we try to do to attempt to connect everybody. So what we're trying to do here is the Advanced Manufacturing Consortium. We see that as a container for everything manufacturing here in Northwest State. We have many people connecting and talking to our clients, but hopefully we, I don't want to say return a coordinated effort to get the right answer to our clients versus 6 or 7 people getting different answers. So this is a place we'd like to part all of our manufacturing responses back and forth. We talk about collaboration. It's as easy as herding cats. And you know, we all try, in every division here, I think all of us feel that way at times when we try to get everybody connected to move the ball in the right direction. So, any questions from anyone? That's it.
Left my bell at home, otherwise I'd be ringing it as I'm walking up here. I guess that's a different group, but still. Is there a clicker? Sweet. I have not been in this room yet, so it's kind of weird to be looking this way instead of looking this way. So, good afternoon, everyone. Mike Jacobs, Career and Activities Coordinator here at the college, and just kind of want to give you a rundown of just some things that I've been doing numbers-wise over the last couple of months, but as far as career services is concerned, since I started full-time back in January, so this is kind of a nice opportunity. I'm approaching my 1-year anniversary, and I almost know it all, so getting pretty close. I kind of did a little rundown of some of this information at the beginning of the semester for our full-time faculty orientation, but just a reminder kind of campus-wide of some of the services that career services and obviously the student activities does here on campus. So I'm available for in-class presentations, whether that's to do resume information, interview skills, job search techniques, you know, anything that has to do with the career development of our students. We know many of our students are in this exploratory phase where they don't really know what direction they maybe want to go, and so that's another resource that I can provide too. With the resume review, a lot of the times it's done a little bit more electronically. I kind of show you how that works through collegecentral.com. But essentially what happens is students can create an account through this free portal that we subscribe to. They upload their resume. I get a notice that a student has submitted a resume, review it, provide feedback, and we kind of work together to craft something that looks pretty professional and that's going to help them seek employment once they graduate. And even students that are looking for part-time work, College Central can help them figure that out too, even while they're a student. Obviously responsible for the job postings throughout campus and online. There are a number of job boards that I've kind of given a little bit of a facelift to. That's not the permanent look. Probably starting in the spring, I'm going to look for something that's a little bit sleeker, but I definitely cleaned it up. I don't know if you all remember the 10-year-old burlap that was stapled on the bulletin boards. All of that is gone now if you haven't paid attention. So it looks a little bit nicer. Obviously with the help of our marketing department and the hard work that Dawn does, which is Dawn?
Thanks, Ro.
Hi, Dawn. Dawn helps me out a lot. She actually helped reach out to a graphic designer to get a new logo created, which might not seem like a lot, but I'm really trying to brand the Career Services Office as kind of an entity so that the things that come out of my office, when you see that logo, you know that it came from me, you know that it came from us, and hopefully it represents something that's professional looking and can help the students out. The employee spotlight, if anybody's walked up and down the stairs going up to A building, typically on a Monday afternoon, or if you've headed into the nursing lab, or if you've been down in engineering. Even this afternoon, I've got manufactured, oh my gosh, it's been a busy day, so I can't remember. I have an employer coming today in engineering, how about that? Employee Spotlight is basically a one employer job fair where I bring them to campus, put them in a very specific area based on the students and the departments that they're looking at recruiting. So on the second floor of A, I've had employers that are representing healthcare, looking for STNAs, LPNs, and then obviously RNs. Down in engineering, we've had the Menards Distribution Center, Manufacturing Housing Enterprises, thank you. They're looking for a CAD student and somebody that maybe has some technology. So what I've tried to do, rather than plop them down in the atrium, is actually put them where our students are. So researching the calendar, finding out the class schedules, where our students are going to be and when. That's typically when I try to bring those employers here, and starting to grow and develop that. We're going to have more employers obviously here throughout the spring semester. I say students by appointment, but I had a walk-in student right before I came up here that I helped out. So students can stop by and see me. That's really not a problem. Appointments are a little bit better because I can do a little bit more research and kind of help them out. Obviously, we have a Facebook page, so if you have not already liked us, you can like Career Services at Northwest State. We've actually seen, I haven't run the latest numbers, but I think we've had an increase of about 40% as far as likes are concerned. And again, I think a lot of that's just because I'm being a little bit louder with some of the services that we offer. Obviously, we're partnered with OhioMeansJobs.com. That is the state-sponsored resource, so I'll use that as a supplement to the collegecentral.com website that we have, where we have students create those accounts too. Both Ohio Means Jobs and College Central are free to students and free to employers to create those accounts. And then the last thing that's there is this Focus 2. I don't think that works on the screen. That's okay. Is the Focus 2, which is a career planning readiness assessment. There are 5 different modules there that students can go through to kind of get an understanding of their skills, their interests, what they like, what they value in work. And then the last thing, don't worry, I still have more slides. So the last thing on this slide in particular is the job fair, which is coming up on April 11th. With the new construction, I think I've lost a little bit of space. Last year, I think I had 86 employers. I'll probably be able to hold about 80 this time, because nobody likes being down the hallway. They get a little frustrated because they don't think they're in the right way. So with regard to College Central, and again, these numbers they're actually lower than reality, but this is the data that I get off of College Central. This is probably the month of September, October, and like the first week of November. But actually, reviewing resumes for more than 54 students, I had 77 new student registrations, 54 new employer registrations, and we've had almost 950 jobs posted. Now again, that 950, that does include some regional work. That's not just specifically in Northwest Ohio, but those are jobs that our students then have access to by going to College Central. And I brought some slips that I'll leave up at the front. If you know a student that you think might benefit from creating an account, you can just tell them collegecentral.com/NSCC, or you can give them one of those slips of paper, or you can have them come see me. I also help promote and in working with Megan and financial aid, some of the on-campus jobs that we have available. And currently we have 4 offices that are looking for student workers. So if you have students in class, or if you just generally know students that are interested in possibly working on campus, admissions is looking for a student worker. The nursing lab is looking for an assistant. The one caveat with that is they cannot be a nursing student. That's got to be somebody else because they have access to exams and things like that. The registrar's office is looking for a student worker, and our STEM office is looking for a student worker, I think primarily to help out with like science labs. So maybe a student that is pursuing like an associate of science might help out. The preference is that these students have work-study eligibility, just to kind of help protect our own budgets, because I know some of the offices that are hiring, they can't afford to have a student for the entire semester unless they have that work-study eligibility. Again, by registering through College Central, students can search those openings, and they can reach out to me to see if they're work-study eligible, and then reach out to those individual offices for the application process. A couple other career service initiatives. One that just happened a week and a half ago, the graduate survey went out to our 15, 15, 16 graduates. So that would be students that finished last summer, last fall, and this past spring. We sent out, I and Lou, sent out 78 allied health and public service. You can read the numbers, I don't have to read them all to you. but a little over 400 graduate surveys to our students that graduated last year. I've already got more responses in the last week and a half by doing this through mail than I did last year by sending it out as an email. So, you know, I made the comment this morning, but you know, technology's great, but sometimes getting a letter in the mail, it's not dead yet, believe it or not. And then that number is actually 15 as of today, as far as Employee Spotlight, having 15 different employers that have been here represented through the Employer Spotlight program. Now, on the student activity side. So, if you ate chili, thank you. We were able to donate $613.15 to the PATH Center this year, so thank you for your support, and thanks to the White Coats for donating their $100 prize back to make it $615. So that was pretty cool. These are all the events that we had in the fall and the upcoming events that we have in the spring. The Ugly Sweater Contest is actually coming up. Here you go. If you're not sure, you can grab one of these too. But again, thanks for participating in Halloween costume contests and just really making it a campus event. I know it's student activities, but it seems to be more like campus activities at this point because I have a lot of support from a number of the offices, departments, and the academic side. So that makes it more fun for me. I know it makes it more fun for the students, and I think you all enjoy it too, so that's pretty cool. The Christmas for Kids, we are still collecting donations. My bucket is empty right now, but if you've got $1 or a quarter you want to throw in there, I'm going to be taking toy and monetary donations this Friday to the Defiance Mall. That's when they kind of close everything out and giving everything to Rick Small to donate for Christmas for Kids. Again, the Ugly Sweater Contest, if you have an ugly or a pretty Christmas sweater, you can wear that on the 5th or 6th of December. We'll take your picture, we'll put it up on a board, and then we're going to vote on the 7th and 8th. If you're not here, if you've got students that aren't here, or they're evening students or online, they can send a photograph of themselves in their ugly sweater to marketing@northweststate.edu. So we're trying to reach out to our online students and our evening students because most of the actual activities kind of take place 11 to 1. And then obviously we have some stuff coming up in the spring. So again, thanks for all your support. If you have any questions or input, feedback, whatever, happy to listen. So that's me. Oh wait, no, this is still me. Hang on one second. Fitness Center, it is open. It is down the hall. So if somebody says, hey, where's the fitness center? Just tell them this. Walk up the stairs to the atrium and turn left. That's all you gotta do, because it's all the way straight down there. It's awesome if you haven't seen it. I mean, I'm gonna call it state of the art. I think it's pretty darn cool. So we've got, it's open now. I'm gonna do some type of a grand opening, working with the wellness committee in January. We've got some prizes and drawings and all that kind of stuff that we're gonna do. Is Tim here to dispute this? The locker rooms are gonna be open in January.
Still on for target.
Yes, excellent. See, I thought they tentative out for tomorrow. We did get some new equipment in April. We got 2 new treadmills. Just a couple of weeks ago, we got a new leg press. Maybe you saw us struggling to get them through the door a couple of weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. New dumbbells, new elliptical, a new upright bike, and thanks to Colin, we have a heavy bag. So if you want to punch something, okay, don't punch the door or the wall or your neighbor. Go to the fitness center and you can hit the bag, but don't hit it real hard. You'll hurt your wrists because it's a heavy bag. That's why they call it that for a reason. But the fitness center is open. It's available for students, faculty, staff. It's a pretty cool environment. So enjoy. Now I'm done. Okay, yeah, now I'm done. There you go, sir.
It's pretty easy to, you fix in your mind the day that Colin and Robert started limping around campus. That's when we got the leg press.
That's exactly right. That is right.
So the foundation annual report went out a few weeks ago, and the financials that were reported in that caused some confusion. And we just wanted to put a statement out there that not all of the expenses were applied, and those numbers were put out in error. Notice of clarification, the college financials shown in the 26 Foundation Annual Report are pre-audit and do not account for total grants, scholarships, and depreciation. We anticipate having a budget shortfall for the 2015-2016 year. That's the year that ended June 30th of 2016. However, as the budget was developed, we were prepared to use dollars from the college reserves to account to balance the shortfall. The first bullet, there was an error was made in regards to the college financial summary. The expenses listed were stated before all of the actual expenses were added to the numbers. The actual audit for last year's financials are in the final stages and will be released soon. And a statement from Dr. Stuckey, the college trustees and the administration are committed to transparency and data reliability, and I personally apologize for the error and the confusion and frustration it has caused. And my sticky note was wrong in that there is one more topic, the climate survey today.
Stuck in my chair. Not used to it, no, I don't do that. I'm Lana Snyder, Dean of Arts and Sciences. I'm here on behalf of Lori Robinson and I. We co-facilitated the process to identify priorities from our climate survey that ended in 15. Last year, we worked through each of the councils and identified emerging themes from that survey. And you may recall that work. It was values, trust, safety, and responsiveness. After we went through that and identified those themes from the council input, we asked council to consider whether those items were captured in the strategic plan. And it was felt that those items were addressed in our strategic plan, so we felt very comfortable that our strategic plan kind of helps us stay focused on how we can improve our climate. Our final step as co-facilitators was to draft a summary report. We did finally finish that work. It is complete and we will be emailing that out to you. It's also on the shared drive. Please read it, and I invite you to provide your perspective and to be a part of helping us to improve our climate. We also just want to express our gratitude for you trusting us with that work.
And the last item for today are upcoming dates. We already talked about the ugly sweater contest next week, Monday and Tuesday. The voting takes place Wednesday and Thursday. We have the potluck next Thursday. Office cheer walkabout, fall commencement December 19th. And on the 20th and 21st, you can wear holiday gear or logo wear. Yes?
Also on December 5th and 6th, Beckley Staffing Foundation holding their annual Christmas treats out at the welcome desk. So if you donated or would like to donate, step up.
Anyone else have any comments?
Oh yeah. We have registration days coming up. Thank you, Lana, for the reminder. Swearing, paying attention today. They are coming up December 9th, which is a Friday, December 14th, and then which is a Wednesday, and then January 4th. So for those of you who participated or were aware of them last year, we focus them around our active placer date. So we try to funnel students in to come get their testing done. They can meet with an advisor while they're here, and then if all goes well, they actually register for class before they leave. So as we speak, the admissions office is working on making phone calls to all those students prospective in our pipeline who have tested but not registered or still need to test yet, hoping we can get them in on these days when we've got concentrated resources to help them.
All right. Thank you, everyone.